Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. Today we are making a recipe that we did, I think it's been about 6 years. We did this recipe 6 years ago and it is a strawberry jello with a cream cheese bottom. This recipe is really good, especially for the summers or when you don't want to turn on your oven. It does take quite a bit of time, but it's not to the point where you can't make it. So we're going to go over the ingredients and I'm going to walk you step by step on how to make this jello. For ingredients, here's what we need. We need 4 cups of milk, preferably whole milk, but if you have 1% or 2%, that's fine. We need 6 packets of unflavored gelatin, a half a pound of strawberries chopped, 1 cup of water, 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 can of evaporated milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Another thing you'll need is a mold that you like for your gelatin. I'm using a metal mold. You can use a plastic or silicone mold. The main thing when using molds is to make sure you grease them so that when it's time to release, your gelatin does not get stuck. So you can use metal, you can use a silicone mold or a plastic mold, whatever you prefer. The one that I'm using, I think I actually got at Michael's or Hobby Lobby a ton of years ago. So you'll see it here in a few minutes, and it's one that I use for bundt cakes. So the first thing we want to do is to make sure you grease your mold. I used non-stick spray to grease the mold and then just kind of run a napkin around the edges to make sure you remove the excess. Next, what you want to do is you want to boil your milk. So the 4 cups of milk, take it to the stove and make sure it boils. Once it does, turn off the heat and remove that from the stove. And we're going to go ahead and add in our packet of gelatin, which is my strawberry gelatin. Now for this part, as far as notes goes, you can definitely use a water-based gelatin. This is just what I happen to have on hand that day. But for example, if you were to do that, you would replace the 4 cups of milk with 4 cups of water and make sure that it's a water-based gelatin. So once we do that, I'm just going to go ahead and stir for until it dissolves. And then once I'm doing that and added in the strawberry gelatin packet, I'm also going to go ahead and add in 2 packets of unflavored gelatin. So basically what we want is we want to make sure that this gelatin is a little bit more stable than regular gelatin. So when you make it, gelatin or jello wobbles a little bit. But what we want is we want it to be more of like not a cake texture. It's not going to be the texture of a cake, but the structure of a cake. We want it to keep its structure. We want it to keep its body. We don't want to go ahead and flip it and then it's going to like just go everywhere. If you've seen those videos online, like on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, where it's like a jello fail, most of the times that is why is because your jello is not stable, especially since we're going to layer. So you want to make sure to add in those 2 extra packets of unflavored gelatin. And basically what you want to do is you're going to add in a layer of the chopped strawberries and then a layer of gelatin. Place that in the refrigerator for approximately 10 to 15 minutes and then repeat until you finish the strawberries and the pink gelatin. So you want to go ahead and cool, or sometimes I even place them in the freezer for 10 minutes just because what's going to happen is if you pour all the gelatin mixture into the strawberries are going to fly all over and you won't be able to see them on the bottom edges. They'll just be lost in between the pink gelatin. So that's the purpose of that. You don't have to do that if you don't mind your strawberries being hidden, but if you want them to show, you place the layer of strawberries, add in just a tiny bit of gelatin and make sure that that sets before you move on. The next thing we want to do, once you're done with the strawberry layer, you want to place that into the refrigerator and start working on your actual cream cheese gelatin. So for this, what we're going to need is we're going to need the other 4 packets of unflavored gelatin. You need your can of evaporated milk, a can of condensed milk, your vanilla, and you're also going to need that 1 cup of water and your block of cream cheese. So what we want to do here is I'm going to go ahead and what I did, I placed this water into the microwave for approximately 45 seconds to a minute, and you want this to be warm. So once your water is warm, you're going to go ahead and put all 4 packets of unflavored gelatin into the hot water and then just mix. And we're going to set that aside so that it can bloom. So basically what happens is you just set it to the side and you let it bloom. And then once it hardens or it becomes like gelatin, you place it back into the microwave. And that's when we'll add it back into our gelatin to basically make a cream cheese jello. So we're going to go ahead and stir here and set it to the side. When you are stirring, just as a side note, because this has happened to me a lot of times, try to use a utensil that is microwave safe, because I have made the mistake of leaving the utensil in the gelatin mixture. Then it becomes like gelatin and the utensil is stuck in there. So that's why I'm using a plastic fork, because sometimes I forget to take it out. That way when you pop it into the microwave, it doesn't like explode or anything. Now we want to go ahead and add in our 1 block of cream cheese into our blender. And then we're also going to go ahead and add in our 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 can of evaporated milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And here, as a side note for you, if you go to use the off-brand of the items that I mentioned, some of them tend to be less sweet in taste than the originals. So just take that as a side note if that's something that matters to you. I mean, everything is already going to be sweet, so just a tiny bit less sweet is not that bad. So here, once you add in all of the ingredients, you're going to pop that gelatin mixture into the microwave for 30 seconds. And then it's going to become liquid. You're going to pour it all into the blender and blend until all this mixture mixes together. And then once that happens, take out your gelatin from the refrigerator and add this final layer of cream cheese gelatin onto the mold. Once you do that, you're going to want your gelatin to set in the refrigerator, preferably 4 hours to overnight. Here is already the next day. So before you go to just like flip this over, take your fingers and run them around the edges and kind of help your gelatin come off of those edges of the pan. So that's what I'm doing here. Make sure that you use a flat base to flip this on. So I think my base is actually 12 inches and the actual gelatin I believe is 9. So just be sure to leave space for the gelatin to like come off so that you can have edges to flip over and that your plate is not too small. And here you just have to be patient and kind of like wiggle around. Also, make sure that where you flip is where you want this to be, because it's a lot harder to move gelatin around than it is cake. So once it sits on wherever you dropped it, that's where it is staying. And it's a lot harder to move it. Mine was a little bit off. I tried moving it, but I only did the best that I could. It didn't really matter. It was for my family anyway, and I don't think they minded eating like a crooked gelatin. So just keep that in mind. So this is the final result. That's how our gelatin looks. It's a perfect dessert for the summer, and it's also a perfect dessert if you don't want to turn on your oven. I really hope that you make this. I hope you give it a try. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave me a comment below. I'll also go ahead and put all of the ingredients in the description. And I've also gone ahead and published an actual recipe that you can print, and that is over on my website. That will also be linked here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, subscribe before you go, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.